Hey, so I received a new violin today. It's worth $90 and I'm going to be reviewing it. So here it is, let's open it. Okay, so to start, here's the case. So plain black case, but it looks quite looks quite solid. It's light to carry. Let's open it. So we've got the bow here. We've got a rosin here, and here is our violin. Okay, got the bridge here, so we're going to be having to place that over. We've got a spare string set. There's one on the violin from what I can see, but there's a spare string set and a shoulder rest. Okay, so let's open the violin stand. Okay, here's the violin. Let me bring it closer. So at first sight, what I quite liked about this violin is the color. Usually violin of this price have like a really bright color sometimes, which I don't really like, but I quite like the fact that this one is a bit dark. And the second thing, which is pretty good I think, because obviously these violins are usually more for people who are starting to play the violin or have been playing not for such a long time. And what's really quite good is that they've placed little dots here for the positions. So I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and for the fingers, you know. I think that can be quite a useful thing for, you know, can be quite useful thing for people who have just bought the violin. So I think that's a plus, definitely. So that's the violin. The shoulder rest is here. So that's quite good as well. They put it in. It looks like quite a good one. I don't play with the shoulder rest, but for the sake of the video, I'll try it on. I'm trying to remember. I don't even remember how to put a shoulder rest on. I think that's the right side. Is it? No, I've put it the wrong side. I haven't played with the shoulder rest in so long. Okay, I think it's this side. Okay, great. There we go. Okay, yeah, that feels quite comfortable. So yeah, the shoulder is good. Now the one thing that we have to do is put the bridge on. And that's the only thing I find. If I was to say something that, you know, obviously not everybody knows how to put a bridge on, which I guess can be a bit, and you know, it's not so easy to put. So I guess that would be the only downside for me, but I know there's not really any other way. So let's put that on, and then just before I do that, I'll have a look at the bow. So here it is. That's just plain normal bow. I've got this little thing so that it's more comfortable. You know, just plain. Okay, fine, that's all good to me. Let's put some rosin on. Okay, so let's put the bridge on now. The one good thing I really appreciate is that they've put little marks on the bridge for where you have to put for where, I don't know if that comes out in the video, but there's little marks for where you have to put the strings, and that's a small details, but honestly it will make your life so much easier than if you don't have these marks, because this is where the strings just go in. So you just have to place the bridge and then okay, and then it's quite easy to put because of that. There we go, I can just put it up. Okay, so now I'll tune it properly with the bow, but I've just put the bridge on and tuned it, and actually I did it really quickly. The pegs hold really well, so they don't go down when you try to put them, and they don't suddenly go down. So that's really good. So yeah, for the setup of the violin, if I was giving a mark of a 10, I would say 9, because they put the marks on the bridge, and the pegs hold on really well, but I think they could have marked where the bridge is supposed to go. If they did, that would be a 10, but because they didn't do that, I'd give it 9. Because so even though they didn't, I did do it really quickly and with a lot of ease. So that's that. And you know, also I really like the fact they've put the markings for the finger. And that's really good. So yeah, that's for the setting of the violin. Now let's try to play it. So the sound of the violin is very powerful, and the violin itself is quite comfortable to play, really. So I think that for me that's a really good point. Then the only thing is sometimes I find that sound is not very stable, but I don't know if that's because obviously the violin has just been played and is gonna improve. That might be the case. Okay, so for the violin, I'm really quite happy. Like I would give a 9 or a 9.5 for the violin. Really not bad at all. Like good, like you've got your money back kind of thing. The bow, the only thing, yeah, the bow I'm a little bit less happy. I think the violin is of much higher quality than the bow. The bow, the only thing is, I mean, the hair is really good, and you know it's well done and there's no problem with that, but I just find the bow a little bit too heavy at the heel, which makes it a bit difficult to have a nice sound and not scratchy sound. So that would be my only thing. Like I would give the bow a bit of a less good mark, maybe like a 6 or 7, and depending on how of a strict marker I am, but yeah, so that's the only thing for me. So that felt quite fine, actually. It's a Pagani Caprice, and even the 5th I was testing, it comes out quite well. The only thing that makes it a tiny bit difficult to play chords like this is the bow. That's why I'm giving a less good mark to the bow. The violin is really pretty good. So yeah, I mean, obviously I'm playing pieces which are quite advanced in terms of what stroke I'm using, and you wouldn't, like if you get a violin like this, it's more, as I said, for people who started to play recently or who are starting. So like, I think, you know, if I can pull out to play pieces like that and it still sounds okay, then it definitely is totally fine for easier pieces and pieces with less difficult and kind of complex strokes in terms of the bow. So I was saying that I would give a bit less good mark to the bow, but obviously that's to play things like big chords and ricochet and stuff like that. But with, you know, something which is just basic strokes, I think that's fine. And you can play toxic with it and it sounds fine. That's all that matters. You can make TikToks. I really do. Yeah, quite impressed with the violin actually. I always try to make honest reviews, so I give my honest opinion. Obviously, this is a violin which is worth $90, so there's things you cannot expect to have for $90, like, you know, there's certain things which you look in a professional violin, or violins which are going to cost like thousands of dollars that you cannot expect to find in there. But I think what matters in reviews like this is, is it worth the money? Do you get, is it worth the $90? And I would say yes, it is. The violin is of good quality for the price. As I said, first of all, the look is nice. You've got these little marks if you're starting to play, which is really useful. You've got marks on the bridge on where to put the strings, and just most importantly, it plays quite well and easily, and the sound is quite good. Yeah, and that's it for the violin. Hope you enjoyed watching.